A rainy day here on the Suncoast. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will tell us about more of the showers heading our way.
Plus, the city of Sarasota's new initiative to protect people from guns.
And why Manatee County is still scrambling to get its school safety plan in place before next school year. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Topping our news, scattered showers throughout the day here in the Suncoast, causing flooding in some parts of the area. Take a look at this area in front of flooding on US 41. This is right in front of the old Sarasota High School building. Just about an hour ago.
And more storms are on the way. Let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks. What we're looking at right now are some showers around. Those showers are weakening as they approach the coast, so we're not expecting a lot of rainfall through the rest of this evening, so that's good news. We have had our fair share of heavy weather around with the rainfall rates up to nearly 2 inches an hour, and that causes flooding problems as all that water kind of just rushes off into the streets and tries to get back into the Gulf. You can see that heavy weather now well east of us near Wauchula into Highlands County. Some big storms still there, pushing off to the northeast, even generating a few lightning strikes, but those are moving away from Sarasota and Manatee counties right now. There's some showers out there in the Gulf, but they have been on a weakening trend as they enter into a more stable environment right now. That little piece of energy that brought us those heavy showers and storms earlier today has since moved on, and it looks as though this little line of low pressure left behind from Alberto is slowly moving out too. It'll still be around tomorrow. Our rain chances aren't as high tomorrow, but there'll still be some storms. The rainfall rates are pretty heavy at times. Right there near Siesta Key, nearly an inch of rainfall and 1.3 inches of rain in South Venice, 2.3 in the eastern portions of Manatee County, and 3 inches in Arcadia. Some rain near Punta Gorda right now. The bigger cells, again, as I mentioned, has since moved on well to the east and north of our region, and we are looking at high pressure trying to nose back in. There is a flood warning, but it's a minimal flooding now taking place at the Myakka River at the Myakka State Park. The flood stage is at 7 feet. It's now at 7.1, and that does cause some flooding of some of the trails there and some of the picnic areas in the Myakka State Park. But that's about it right now. That water is starting to recede across most of the roadways. More on the rest of the week's forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thanks. We'll talk to you soon. We are just 2 days away from the start of hurricane season, and with one subtropical storm already in the books, the time to prepare for a major storm is now. The state's annual hurricane supply sales tax holiday will run from June 1st to June 7th. You'll be able to buy all sorts of supplies tax-free during those 7 days, including batteries, flashlights, gas tanks, portable generators, tarps, battery-powered radios, and much more.
We have 7 days, June 1 through June 7th, where there's no sales tax when you want to go buy your hurricane supplies. So hopefully everybody will get out and get ready early. It seems like hurricane season has already started this year with Alberto just coming through our state. But I hope everybody will continue to get ready.
At 7 days, the sales tax holiday is more than twice as long as it was last year. The extension was approved to give people more time to stock up on supplies after a very active 2017 storm season. The holiday is expected to save Florida families more than $5 million. Again, it starts this Friday.
Also on Friday, ABC 7's First Alert Weather Team will explain everything you need to know ahead of hurricane season, including evacuation routes, flood zones, what shelters are pet friendly, and the new transportation options this year, plus what you need to do to secure your home and boat. Experts will be in our studio answering your questions live on the air, so be sure to tune in Friday night at 7 o'clock right here on ABC 7 for everything you need to know to survive a hurricane.
Right now, the Venice Police Department is investigating a fatal traffic crash. A vehicle accident claimed the life of a male bicyclist. The accident happened this afternoon just before 4 o'clock in Venice on Palermo Place and Nokomis Avenue South. Venice police believe a nearby box truck was involved, but they are not yet sure what role that truck played in the accident. No information has been released on the bicyclist as police wait to notify pending the next of kin.
The city of Sarasota says it wants to make streets and local families as safe as possible this summer.
Gun owners can give the firearms that they no longer want or need right to Sarasota PD instead of making it available on the resale market. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo says it all started with one man. He joins us now live with that story. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, Scott, that citizen wanted to give up his military-grade rifle to the Sarasota Police Department just so it could never be exposed to the risk of accident or even theft. Philip Carey served in the British Royal Navy early in his life. Now, the 20-year resident is serving the city of Sarasota by giving away his military-grade rifle.
Concerned about what's happening in our schools and thinking a lot about the Parkland aftermath, having a child in school himself, said thought only bad things can happen with this military-grade weapon that I own.
It's an act that has now led to the creation of a program called Done with a Gun. City Manager Tom Barwin says it's a collaboration between the city and Sarasota Police where anyone can relinquish a firearm they no longer need. The rifle donated by Carey will be used by the police SWAT team, but most of the guns collected will be melted down. Barwin says it's just a step in the right direction.
We've got just too many weapons available out there. It's the wild, wild west. It's sort of a free-for-all. Just this year alone, the Sarasota Police Department have recovered 75 firearms.
But community activist Wayne Washington has put together various gun buyback programs in the past, and he's a bit skeptical of the idea.
We're going to still have violence, so sad to say. They need to target the whole city, not just certain areas, with all the violence that we're having in these schools, all these school shootings and stuff. And it needs to be more mental programs and positivity, things, especially with the summer coming up.
But Barwin says this is much different than a gun buyback program, and more importantly, there's no focus on any specific area. Anyone can give up their gun.
This is purely a voluntary effort that requires a thoughtful citizen to give up something of value that really represents a big danger to the community if there's an accident or a theft.
And he's hoping this act by one citizen represents changing priorities.
And I hope other cities across the state, the region, maybe the country would adopt it.
Sarasota's Done with the Gun program. You could check out our website, mysuncoast.com, and click on the story link for specific information. Reporting live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Dwayne, thank you. The school year may have just ended, but with less than 3 months until the start of next school year, Manatee County is scrambling to get its school safety plan in place. The Manatee County School Board decided to go with a district guardian program, which means school employees will be hired as armed security for the schools. Guardians will replace SROs in a majority of district elementary schools. While the 30 jobs have been posted, the school board still has to approve the job description and qualifications. The board hopes to do that at the June 12th school board meeting.
Personally, I'd like to tinker with the description a little bit, but only in one small way. The description currently says the applicant has to be 21 years or older. I'd like to increase that to 25 because, brain research shows that there's a difference in the male brain specifically between 21 and 25.
Well, once guardians are hired, they have to go through 6 weeks of training with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. That means these guardians would have to start training by July 2nd in order to be ready for the first day of school. Training is expected to be paid for by the state.
Meanwhile, in Sarasota County, School Board Chair Bridget Ziegler is calling for a joint meeting between local law enforcement and the school district after what appears to be months of miscommunication. The school district is moving full steam ahead with creating its own police force, while Sheriff Tom Knight continues to hire school resource deputies. While Ziegler admits the meeting should have come sooner, she says this is a great opportunity to get everyone to the table.
This is a great opportunity for a transparent discussion, lean on their expertise to assist us as the district moves forward with an internal police department, understand what infrastructure needs we need, and ultimately make sure that the public has a very clear understanding of what that entails and how we can all work together.
Ziegler says all Sarasota County law enforcement will be invited to the table, including Sarasota, Venice, and Northport police departments. No date, though, for that meeting has been set yet.
Happening tonight, a call for justice by some members of Black Lives Matter after 2 recent incidents involving Sarasota police officers in Newtown. The group is filing a complaint against SPD, asking for charges to be dropped against 2 men who were arrested in recent months. Police say Chad Washington was tased after he punched and bit officers while under the influence of drugs. However, witnesses that day say the officers started the violence and Washington was not resisting. The group also wants justice for Jeremy Trebles, who was sitting in a parked car when an officer approached the driver's side. Police say Trebles then started to drive in reverse. That's when the officer fired shots into the car. The group is also asking for the firing and prosecution of that officer. They will be at Sarasota City Hall protesting at 5:30 tonight.
Sarasota County Sheriff's Office will soon have another option when it comes to air support. The County Commission approving the purchase of a second helicopter. The used 2012 Bell helicopter comes with $3.5 million price tag. Funding for that purchase will come from law enforcement impact fees and justice facility impact fees, dubbed Air 2. This helicopter will help the department meet the needs of this growing area. Sheriff's Office estimates its current helicopter, Air 1, was unable to help with more than 300 calls last year due to it being out of service. The owner of a popular chain of Suncoast restaurants is back home after testifying on Capitol Hill. John Horn, the owner of Anna Maria Oyster Bar Restaurants, was asked to go to Washington to talk about how the change in the federal tax code has affected small business operators. Horn shared these photos of his appearance with the House Tax Policy Subcommittee. He told members of Congress since the tax code changed last December, more of his profits have trickled down to his 300 workers here on the Suncoast. Horn says the whole experience was surreal.
You walk into this gorgeous hearing room that you've seen on TV, and I mean, there's just so much history there, and you realize you're sitting in the same seat that, you know, so many people have sat, and you just felt like you really were part of government. I mean, they were listening, they were asking questions, and they absolutely felt genuine about how they wanted to hear our story.
Horn says the tax code change has helped him put money right back into his business. Coming up, the aftermath of Alberto, how severe flooding triggered a landslide in North Carolina.
And fewer storms expected for Thursday. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will tell us what the weekend forecast is looking like. Plus, how the drunk driving laws where you live could put you more or less at risk. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Boys and Girls Clubs, it's not just about trying new things.
Tanya, come here.
Learning the right steps.
2, 3, 4.
Or making contact. It's not just about exploring the future. It's about helping them build it. It's about making the connection. It's about proving every kid and teen who enters our doors has what it takes. Great futures start here.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running, and right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Alberto still causing problems as it causes flash floods and damage in its path. In Alabama, heavy rains have left streets underwater, damaging cars and homes. In North Carolina, flash flood emergencies and voluntary evacuations were declared for multiple counties. Some roads in the Asheville area are washed out. The flooding in Old Fort, North Carolina is so severe it triggered a landslide, and a major interstate has been shut down. Residents have been warned to seek higher ground. Authorities say there have been no reports, though, of any injuries or fatalities at this point, which is good news. Since people are listening to, the warnings they're getting from emergency managers, they say they evacuate, get out of there.
Yeah, it's always a good thing.
Yes, it is. And we are looking at this system amazingly going through Indiana right now. It looks more impressive now than it did when it made its way by Florida. We'll show you that picture in just a minute. But first, the pictures around town this morning. It was heavy rainfall, tough driving conditions at times, torrential downpours producing rainfall rates up to 1.5 inches to 2 inches an hour. Get a look at the tower cam. But now lately, last couple of hours, looking pretty flat out there, and that's usually a good sign that we're looking at a little stable air moving back in. That disturbance that made its way through was pretty active at one point. Now it's well to the northeast of us. And we still have a little troughiness left behind, so there's still a chance we'll see some scattered showers, not nearly as many as we saw today, I don't think, on Thursday, but there's still some out there too. We'll have to watch those. They have been weakening as they've been approaching the coast, but you can still see enough energy to kick off 1 or 2 showers this evening, so we'll keep that in. About a 40% chance for evening showers scattered about. I don't think we'll see nearly the extent of the rainfall that we saw earlier today, but nonetheless, there will be a few showers around. You can see those popping up in the Gulf of Mexico, but not raining in Northport right now. Inglewood, you're quiet, and some clouds still lingering. The big storms now into Highlands County, also into Hardee and DeSoto counties at this time, pushing off to the northeast at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. And it looks like things are looking better for us, but not better for Indiana. Look at this. This is Alberto, and boy, it looks rather impressive on the satellite imagery. You don't normally see that. When systems make landfall, they usually get tore up, but it's over some very light wind in the upper level of the atmosphere, and it allowed the system to stay organized all the way through Indiana now, really close to Chicago. You see a feeder band there, and the center of the system now in northwestern portions of Indiana continuing to push off toward Michigan, bringing heavy rainfall at times to places. It already did from Tennessee through Kentucky and now into Indiana, eventually into Michigan tonight and tomorrow. High pressure to the east of the state. We're going to start to get back to more of a normal pattern, not a summer pattern yet. The water temperature is just not warm enough for that summer pattern to really start generating, but with this trough still hanging around, we'll keep a chance for showers in the mix on Thursday at 40%. There could be a few morning showers around like we saw today, but not nearly as intense and not nearly as widespread, but they will be around. And then the main focus should be inland storms later on in the afternoon, as we're seeing today. Now, as far as the rainfall forecast goes, one model suggesting not much rain at all on Thursday, just about 1/10 of an inch up to 2/10 in portions of the Suncoast. And Northport, although it doesn't show a lot of rainfall there, you could see a few passing showers with the heaviest activity, and it shouldn't be all that heavy in the inland area. Some high clouds around right now. It's 80 degrees and the relative humidity at 81%. The pressure 29.97 inches, and the dew point still pretty high at 74 degrees. Well, tomorrow's forecast does call for a few morning showers possible, but generally a lot more sunshine around to start the day off. Temperatures will respond into the mid-80s, which is right around average for this time of year. And then there'll be a chance for scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. But as I alluded to, most of that action should be inland areas pushing off toward the northeast late in the day. That rain chance, again, not all that high at 40%. Look at all this moisture. A lot of times these tropical systems move north. They leave a little line of low pressure behind. I've seen it again and again over the years, and that's pretty much what happened with this. That trough of low pressure really fired storms up today across the area. Well, look at this, 90. It'll be warmer there in Kansas City and Chicago than it will be here in Sarasota tomorrow. 98 in Dallas and Detroit, you're going to get up to 89 degrees. It'll feel like a very warm, muggy day there with that tropical moisture nearby. Scattered storms tomorrow, a few, not many, and we'll have south to southwest winds at 10 knots. Should be pretty good boating weather. We'll have a light chop on bays and inland waters. The extended forecast looks good for the weekend. Yes, we get through a 50-50 chance at scattered storms on Friday. And then if we see anything on Saturday, it could be a few morning showers along the coast, but inland storms late in the day, and there's not much of a chance at all. Temperatures will be into the mid to upper 80s both those days, and then a slight chance for a few scattered storms comes Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So a little bit more sunshine anticipated for us on Thursday. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic in South Sarasota County. We're seeing a crash in the southbound lanes of I-75. This is between Jacaranda Boulevard and River Road. You can see that that stretch looks to be closed. It's a purple, which means no traffic is moving there, and they'll have to get that scene cleared to open that stretch back up. Jacqueline.
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, drinking and driving is a lethal combination anywhere. But could the laws where you live impact your risk of dying as a result of a drunk driver? According to a recent study from the Journal of the American Medical Association, the answer is yes. Study authors compared state policies on alcohol from 1999 to 2014 to drunk driving deaths from 2000 to 2015. They ranked alcohol policies from strictest to less strict, and it turns out the more restrictive the state policy on alcohol, the fewer car deaths due to alcohol. Now, this data did not take into account city or federal level laws. A recall alert tonight for some birth control pills. Allergan is issuing a voluntary recall of one lot of its Taytula soft gel capsules. The company says it could result in unintended pregnancy. 4 placebo capsules were placed out of order in the 28-day pack. Patients with these pills are advised to return them. Have you ever wondered what using your cell phone before bed does to your eyes? Researchers at Cleveland Clinic have now identified a link between the biological clock and photoreceptors and possibly vision loss. Researchers say increased use of mobile devices during bedtime can disrupt your circadian rhythm. The intense light emitted from the devices can also alter the timed release of factors within your eye, leading to a higher risk of visual damage in the future. Coming up, a roadway in Hawaii covered by lava, the newest threat to homes and businesses on the Big Island. And 2 women see double during a wedding proposal that's gone viral. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Jeep Celebration event. Shop the area's largest selection of new 2018 Jeep Wranglers, or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee, for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind Your Meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
More evacuations are ordered on Hawaii's Big Island. That's after a new crack opened from the Kilauea volcano. That brings the number now of fissures spewing lava to 24. The rivers of lava threatening homes, businesses, and roadways. And take a look at this new video into the newsroom. It shows a river of lava crossing a street. The edges appear to have dried, but you can see it in the distance burning a path. Kentucky firefighters are investigating the stability of a UPS facility after an explosion this morning injured at least a dozen people. State police say that explosion appears to be accidental. They believe a propane tanker may have exploded in the building used for truck and trailer maintenance. There was significant damage to the roof and interior walls. All of the injuries, though, appear to be non-life-threatening.
Now to a marriage proposal that has gone viral. How do you know when it's true love? How about when you decide to propose at the exact same time? Well, that's what happened to Becky McCabe and Jessica Gillespie. The couple was at the Memphis Zoo on Friday night when McCabe dropped to one knee, pulled out a ring, and asked Gillespie to marry her. Instead of answering, Gillespie broke out in hysterical laughter. Well, that's because it turns out she too had brought a ring with the exact same plan to propose at the Memphis Zoo. Now to another happy couple and their own wacky wedding story. Wedding guests cheered a couple as they tied the knot over Memorial Day weekend, but the excitement was not only about their happy ending. Some of it all stemmed from the football jersey that the groom slipped into before saying "I do." The bride-to-be was so certain that the Philadelphia Eagles would lose the Super Bowl this year that she told her fiancé he could wear a jersey to the wedding if the team won the championship. Well, to her surprise, they did win, and so he proudly wore that jersey. Coming up at 5:30, an update on the Laurel Road overpass on the Legacy Trail. And at 5:33, how you can save money on your energy and water bills in Sarasota County. Plus at 5:36, 9 apps that parents should know about to keep your children safe. The story straight ahead.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.